Okay, let's do some of this. I do think before Ishin, I feel like Ishin could be the final boss and we could see credits roll after him. And so I do kind of want to clean up loose ends, look around for some stuff. Honestly, I might look up a few things because at this stage I feel like I've kind of done almost as much as I can. So I'd kind of need to see what's left to do really. And if there's any quests that I can complete that are still ongoing. Like for example, I haven't found Black Hat again. He said he'd be in Ashina, but in the castle at least. That's what I thought he said, but I don't know. Let's have a look at this memory as well. Get a better read on this. A man who failed to become Shura instead became a vessel for the flames of hatred. As fate would have it, he was bound stubbornly to this world. It wasn't until he became a demon that he was finally able to depart for the next. There you go. And well, any more attack power against Ishin, I will take. Firmly shut. Very well. Okay. But this is an area I previously never had access to. Well, never being ever since the whole invasion thing started to happen. So we'll see who's still hanging around these parts, if anyone. Interesting.
へえ、あんたが生き残ったのかい。なんとなくは分かってるんだろう。あの片腕の鬼が元は何者だったのか。
いいよ。
そうかい。その方がいいかもしれないね。何の因果か。塩素の炎に焼かれ、鬼となり苦しむ者がいた。あんたはそれを終わらせた。それだけのことさね。
I mean, surely it's obviously it's the sculptor, no? Why is Sekiro acting like he doesn't know? Surely. Let me double check my recording. Okay. Because I do not want that fight to have not been recorded. That would have made me very sad. I think the way that I did win was very repeatable, so even if the worst happened and I couldn't record it, something went wrong, I could go back and defeat him. I think it would be okay. But, yeah, definitely very happy with that win. At the start of the session, it felt like I definitely could do it, but it felt like it would take me maybe like, I don't know, 4 hours or something to beat him, but we managed it okay. Right. Oh, nice. Just thinking prayer beads wise, well, how many more could possibly be left? Because we've got 1 out of 4, but that's it. Still alive? Okay. But yeah, it's interesting. I think again, styles make fights. Of the 2 people that I was speaking to about the game that I've mentioned a few times before, one of them had beaten Ishin but hadn't beaten Hatred for a long time, and it was really like difficult. And so I think for them personally, they find Demon of Hatred more difficult than Ishin. But then I think the general consensus is probably that Ishin is the harder boss, but again, depending on your playstyle, maybe you find Ishin easier and the demon could be the harder fight for you. So I think it really does depend. I think ultimately once I've figured out that you can play it in a more kind of keep your distance, dodge, just bait out big attacks and just wait for it kind of way, I feel like that suits my play a little better. And so I think after that it didn't end up being too painful. But I just feel like with Ishin, his moveset and everything is just so insane that I'm not sure I could play him the same way. And so I think I'm going to struggle more against Ishin than I did against the demon. So we'll see. But yeah, it appears to me like we've hit the end of the road here. And so maybe some side quests are permanently like not completable at this stage, but we will see. Alright, let's speak to Dunda, as I call him. Over the way he just says Dunda.
Dunda.
Dunda. Okay, I thought maybe now that we've defeated him, he'd have something new to say about it, but he doesn't. This is, I think, probably for me one of the biggest letdowns of the game. You get the opportunity to utilize this so early, and it takes us back to 3 years back in time. I fully expected us to have multiples of these and just like build a backstory and get some more of the history by playing through some areas and stuff like that. Like, why they would only use it for one thing, I find that a bit odd. I don't know if maybe one of the endings is related to that. You pick up a different memory and you go through here. It feels very like... I thought eventually there'd be at least about 3 to give here. And you'd have 3 places like Hirata Estate to go through and relive some memories and stuff like that. So it is a little odd to me, I think. That definitely has surprised me. Right. This tier we only have one. We end up not really using this, but, you know. I'm just going to beat Ishin by throwing money at him. That's the best way. That's what we're going to do. Keep our distance and throw money. Easy. But yeah, what we do need is money, to be fair. And a lot of it. Probably need like, I don't know, 10,000 or something to make it happen. At least. So that's why for now I'd rather pick up, complete any quests that I couldn't that are still available to me. Yeah, so one thing I want to recheck is where Ishin was. Yeah, I wondered if anything was left, but no. Thought maybe we'd get some kind of note or some kind of thing, but perhaps this still leaves us a little more to explore. I forget if we've come up here already. Oh man, not this guy again. Yeah, so if you're quick enough to do this, then you'll be okay. Wait, hold on. It's one of these where it's like those with red eyes or whatever. I forgot what it was. They fear the flame above all else. I remember that whole thing. Yeah. Ooh, he dodges. Oof. But the flame did well there against him, you can see. Homie's burning up. Not so elite now, are you, bro? There we go. Okay, nice. And well, we kind of needed the skill points as well. There's still plenty of skills that we haven't mastered. Why weren't these guys fine in the first place? That's so weird. Okay. I see that combo. I see it. We took his onslaught and now we had to be attacking. I missed the death blow opportunity as a result. Oh. Okay. Ha. Lads. Right, that's a good little haul. We did need money. I was kind of hoping we'd find more like bulging bags of gold and stuff. But I think that almost pretty much concludes this bit, right? There was one more thing to find. Idol. Yeah. So I guess you can pretty much restore all of these. Let's see if there's any left that we haven't. That's the one we're at. Great Serpent Shrine. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, maybe I need to find this one. I forgot where that was. Let's see. Bought a couple of extra things. Yeah, the fact that this is sealed makes me think that maybe I've kind of failed the quest at this point. But the fact that he's still there and he's still like asking for stuff. Well, not stuff, but it's such a strange one. I want to try this one. And then, yeah, we're going to go to the Hall of Illusion. I feel like we're still not done yet with the Hall of Illusion. There's got to be something else we can do. But yeah, like leaving this place like accessible to me just feels like there's something going on that we just still don't understand. Still haven't looked up any quest lines, how to complete them, what the deal is with them. Aha. Wait, for a second I thought he was gone. No, I think they're just lights. I wasn't sure if they were item things. I'm pretty sure they're not. Basically, I'm continuing to explore around and see if there's anything I can find, but it doesn't seem like it. Got those little shits. And a heavy coin purse, nice. Okay, continuing my journey. Wait. This is where the giant carp ended up. Shit! So we had a clue. I remember coming back here and saying that the waters from the Fountainhead Palace run down here, and it was infected with the lava, and that's how the ape got like infected and all that kind of stuff. And I guess the carp died and headed down here. So I don't think any of us are surprised that the carp died, unfortunately. Like, that was pretty obvious. But we get this. A priceless white whisker, taken from the great coloured carp. While the great carp is naturally immortal, if killed, its whiskers can be plucked. The sound of the whisker being removed is surely music to the ears of certain people. Some would feel relief at the sound of their mission being completed, others the joy of having their heart's desire granted. So you give that to the pot, basically. I see. So, yeah, very interesting. I'm glad I came back here. At this stage I was kind of clutching at straws, just randomly going round to anywhere that I could to see if there was anything left to find. Because I'm still missing some carp scales, but I don't really know if there's any left. I've just been looking around as best I can. I'm struggling. So, let's travel to Hirata. Wait, is it better to give it to him, or is it better to give it to the grieving father? And do you only get one choice? Let's see. Okay, so it's not that. That we've established. Fine. I'm not sure I really have much of a choice here, because I can't give it to the pot. Well, the fish now. But I want to see if I can speak to... I think it was here. I'm looking for the granny that basically again gave us the information about her father, I think it was. Can I give it to her? The fact that you get to keep it is a bit odd. God, I hate this place. But I don't remember where the granny is. There she is, okay, good. Yeah, release him from the carp's powers, bewitching powers. Maybe that means that basically we're going to give him the whisker, then we're going to have to fight him, kill him, and maybe that means releasing him? I really don't know. I mean, what else can I do here? I don't think I have much choice. So, we're going to try this, see what happens. I'd rather not have to fight. Just be ready just in case. What do you mean Master's dead? You did this. Oh, okay. That's it, really? Okay. He's not even looking no more. He didn't even care. I think I should be able to manage if I just sprint. She's gone. She is gone. What if I travel back there? Let's see if she's at the feeding grounds. Bit of back and forth here, but it's one of the few outstanding things I have left. At least I can hopefully see the conclusion here. dead.
お疲れ様でした、父様。永遠などなくとも、私も姉様もずっと一緒ですよ。だから休みましょう、父様。
Damn. So I think that's how their quest seems to end. Can I find the? Was the other sister dead? I can't recall. She like slaughtered a whole bunch of the other ones. Yeah, so she was here, but she's dead now. Yeah. It doesn't feel like I got the best outcome there. The fact that I only got a divine grass, that doesn't sound too great to me. So, I'm just trying to think. Like, I still need like 6 carp scales. I think the carp scales are probably something I'm going to research. So I think the final thing is just to see what happens to that pot. Or X pot. Oh, I see. You get like a... Hold on. Hold on. Can I protect... Can I save myself from this? I can't use a divine grass? What? Does that mean? Maybe I get lucky. Maybe I get lucky. Woo! Wow. That's a lucky escape. What I was trying to do before I was rudely enfeebled was to just try this, basically. Like maybe there was something I was missing there. Yeah, maybe not. There's no deep water there. What about here? This is a sheer drop. Yeah. Don't think there's much here. Big straw guy. Yeah, I just don't know where the other scales are coming from. Don't know if I can buy them. Okay, so I've decided to look up the carp scales. That's one thing that I kind of bit the bullet on. There is a merchant. Basically, I wanted to come down and see the merchant here. This guy's still twitching away. Wait. Did not realize we can finally put it out of its misery with that. Okay. Rest in peace. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. That was a lucky find. So yeah, I want to go to the... There was, I think, a merchant that I didn't buy the scales from before I knew what they would be used for.
No.
This is another part of the same place, right? I feel like this is something different. Yeah, it was. Damn, it's yet another way into this bit. So many different paths. Okay. Not the one we're interested in though. almost missed that, holy shit. Wow. How many do I have? I think I have 3 now? Yes, 3. Okay. That was a good find. So, putting together the final kind of secrets here before I can take on Ishin and see what happens. Oh, shit.
Go.
So it's definitely not this guy. Okay, I think I'm going to find the rest of the ones that I need here, hopefully. No. I think it's here, right? Yeah, I think these might be the ones I didn't buy. Yes. Okay. Look at that, I'm 1 short. Very well. Okay, let's try again.
Go.
Okay. Well, unfortunately can't do this anymore. That would have probably been some extra lore we could have got. Trying to store as many of those as possible. So that's one thing. And then the second, this one I do not remember if I did or not. But inside the manor or whatever it was. It's like this area, somewhere near here. Right, so he wants something called Waters of the Palace, which is something I do not have. And so we are going to obtain that. So as I say, full disclosure, at this stage I'm looking things up. Because I wanna wrap up recording and I want to get back to Ishin as soon as possible. So that's what we're going to do. But this guy gives you a total of 5 scales. So apparently, in any given run or your first run of the game, there's 42 of them available, and you need 40 of them to buy everything. I don't even know if buying everything is how you kind of progress it, but they talk about being too small and needing more scales. So I think it's not an unfair assumption to assume that. So I'm not looking up how to complete quests specifically, but I'm looking up item locations and stuff when needed. So. Flower viewing stage is what's needed. Turn around from the idol and go back through to the courtyard where you fought the palace noble and the Okami warrior wearing purple. Go up the stairs to your right and there's a hole in the floorboards right at the end of the white blood trail. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I didn't fight the Okami warrior guy? Also, do not want to get enfeebled, man. That's horrific. That shit is tragic if that happens. Had to make sure I got that counter in. I think there's few things more satisfying in this game than a lightning counter. It's legendary. Right, follow the trail of white blood. So, go up the stairs to your right and there is a hole in the floorboards right at the end of a white blood trail. Dive in. Dive in. I mean, is that a hole? Right at the end of the white blood trail. Okay, so this was the hole that I was looking for. Did not realize that. Okay. Oh, Cool, found one of those, found one of those. Found one of those. I think this might be close to everything I need. This should be the water of the palace. Excellent. Okay, perfect. That was the find I was looking for. Honestly, I don't think I would have found it. It's very obscure. Yeah, we didn't need to head back to Mibu, actually. I was talking shit. What I will do, I have been spawned on one thing. That's going to turn into a fight. It might be a difficult one. Let's not underestimate it. So what I will do is go back here and spend some of this money that I have to get myself an upgrade. Don't think there's much else to spend money on at the moment, unless I want to Centos my way through Ishin. I'm pretty sure you can, honestly, if you had enough Cent to do it. This, honestly, in a pinch, might help me make it. Okay. Like, let's say I need to get that final 20% damage. Maybe I could shuriken my way through it at the end with those. Okay. I think with this we should have enough to sort out the carp, and then I think I'm going to research how to do the bloody surgeon's note. With that one I've tried everything I know. Here we go.
Oh, どうか待つ。おい、
おい。
これをやろう。おお、これは尊き香りなり。お認めいただける。松座に加えていただける。よよなあ、そなたにこれを信ぜよ。
Yep, okay.
しからばよこせ。
Okay, let's kill him. Right, so now I think you leave and come back again, and he's turned into an enemy at this point. So we do that. Ah, okay, it doesn't turn into a boss. So this is how these guys turn into them. That's interesting. That's how that happens. Yeah, 5. Okay. So I think now I have it. I have enough, right? Please say I have enough. $14. Wow. Okay. I think I have enough. Yeah, because I needed 6 each, right? Not sure I've ever got some kind of conclusion to as many of these, as many quests in a Fromsoft game before. Like Bloodborne, I missed a ton. Alright, motto. Alright, there we go. That's everything. Like, there's nothing more, right? So it might be another you travel, and then you come back. How is he not bigger now? Is that it? Like, have we ended this guy's quest line? The final thing I will do is travel back to Fountainhead Palace, see if this guy appears there, because obviously technically we're still back in time, he hasn't had time to grow, so I don't know, maybe that's not how it works. And then if still nothing happens at Fountainhead Palace, then I will look up the conclusion of this quest line to see what's supposed to happen. If anything. I don't know, again, I might have made the wrong choice and nothing happens. This is it, basically. He just becomes some crappy, small carp. No sign. These guys are finished. So I think I might have got a bit of a shit conclusion to that one. I had a feeling it was just... It's such an annoying quest where I just kind of knew I would screw up no matter what I did. It just felt like I was destined to screw that one up. I just knew I was making the wrong choice. But it was one of those where I felt that way for both, if that makes sense. So I couldn't really change what I was doing. But I think I might have just screwed that up. We'll see. At this stage, I think I will look it up because I don't think there's much else I can do. Maybe he's not responding to feed. To the bell at least, I don't know. I mean, you got to wonder from Hirata Estate, how would he find his way into these waters? That doesn't make sense, but... Okay, so here we go. According to the wiki, endings impact option A, which is ring the feeding bell and give the great colored carp precious bait. This is something that we did, and for that it just says is not harmed, and NPC next to the feeding bell grants you treasure carp scales. You get 1 treasure carp scale, give precious bait twice, and you get 3. Giving precious bait 3 or more times rewards a stern lecture about moderation from the feeding attendant. Okay, then we did option C, which was ring the feeding bell and give the great coloured carp Pot Noble Harunaga's truly precious bait. So let's look at option C. Great coloured carp and Koremori die. Returning to Harunaga rewards you with 1 lapis lazuli. Harunaga is transformed into a carp and can be found right next to the pot. In Hirata Estates, his inventory expands to include Koremori's stock. So that's it. So for those curious about the other one, if you basically supported the Palace Noble instead, you get 1 lapis lazuli the same, and this time Harunaga dies. Koremori is transformed into a carp, living now in the pond area below his pot ledge, and his inventory expands to include Harunaga's stock, but in both options obviously the great coloured carp dies. I'm not sure if this one ends up having red eyes too. That's interesting, but in terms of reward they both give you a lapis lazuli. That doesn't change, and they inherit each other's stuff, so honestly the outcomes doesn't seem as different as I thought. And then it says, in terms of lore, it says those with red eyes are dangerous and filled with a rage that is difficult to control through the power of man alone. They do, however, fear the flame above all else. The loathing of flames is shared by the undead inhabitants of Nibu village. The legend of Dragon's Gate tells the story of carp that may transform into dragons if they can leap up a massive waterfall. As a consequence, carp are considered symbols of success and transformation in Japanese culture. So yeah, that's basically it. I thought there was more to it, but that's the quest. And I guess it does affect the father's kind of ending, I guess. If the carp stays alive, then he can't have his ending. So I guess that's one way in which it affects things. Let's also look at